Why play Senna Support? Well, she is easy to pick up and do well with, she scales infinitely into the late game, she's a brilliant lane bully, and her global ultimate can impact multiple lanes. However, she is very reliant on being able to stack her passive, and where her early and late game is very strong, her mid game can be slow. Senna's first passive is her auto attacks are all non-projectile beams, and she only has an attack speed ratio of 0.4 where she only gets 40% of the attack speed she buys. Her main passive is her attacks and damaging abilities apply a stack of mist on an enemy champion. If you then hit them again, she'll collect the mist and deal bonus damage. In addition, enemies that die near Senna have a chance to create a mist, which Senna can then attack, Q, or use ultimate on to claim, granting her 8 gold and a stack of mist. For each stack, she gains a small amount of attack damage, and for every 20 stacks, she gains a good chunk of attack range. And her final passive is her attacks deal bonus damage and grant a percentage of her target's movement speed to her as bonus move speed. Senna's Q is a straight line targeted ability which can be used on an ally or enemy. Allies hit by the beam and herself are healed. In addition, enemies hit are slowed and dealt damage. Also, each time Senna attacks, it reduces the cooldown of this ability by 1 second. Senna's W is a straight line skill shot which stops on the first enemy hit, dealing damage and attaching to them. After a second, the target is then rooted, and all nearby enemies in a circle around them are also rooted. Senna's E creates a circle around her where she becomes camouflaged, which she can break and re-enter afterwards. Allies who enter this mist become wraiths for a short amount of time. As a wraith, enemies have obscured vision of you where they can only see you as a wraith, so they don't know exactly which champion you are. In addition, all wraiths gain bonus movement speed. Senna's ultimate is a global skill shot which has 2 hitboxes. The middle of the ability deals damage to all enemies hit and reveals them, and the massive skill shot shields all allies. For combos, start with auto attack into Q, auto attack into W, then auto attack into your ultimate. Also, a great little trick if needed is to drop a ward and then target it with your Q to extend the range. For matchups, she does great into champions where she can simply stay out of their range and bully them, and she can struggle against champions who can lock her down then blow her up. For runes take this, fleet footwork is brilliant. For build order, start Sickle and Pot into Umbral Glaive and tier 2 boots. After this, an Eclipse and RFC are great pickups before finishing a build with any of these as needed. For skill order, start Q then W then E before maxing Q then W then E, taking ult whenever you can. For summoner spells, take Flash and Exhaust. Starting the game, you're looking to bully hard and bully often. As your auto attacks hit like a truck and you have the quick auto attack into Q combo, every time your opponent tries to auto attack a farm, shoot them. Not only is this great damage, but you're also claiming a stack of your passive which infinitely scales. And on top of this, as your Q both damages them and heals you, it gives you access to incredibly easy trades. On top of this, you're always looking to land your W. If they're ever not behind minions, of course throw it at them, but also if they're near one of their minions on low health, killing the minion with a W will instantly root the champion as well, which can be an incredibly surprising and effective way to get a trade off. Keep bullying hard, and of course when you hit level 6, you now have the ability to deal a chunk of damage and a shield across the map, so keep your eyes peeled for any plays you can make. Entering the mid game, you want to take your tower as soon as possible and rotate mid. This will put 2 strong champions in the middle of the map to siege and roam for easy objectives. Entering late game teamfights, you want to play the backline carry role. Just keep shooting anything in front of you, and with your massive range you can play incredibly safe while spamming out the damage. Look to land your W on anything coming at you, use your E to speed yourself and allies up, and use your ultimate when you can get massive damage and shields out. Keep doing this and your damage will simply win the fight.